Hey y'all, Batman's here. Check it out. The old Batman car from the 68, 66. Wow, what a cool car. Here in Dayton, Tennessee, welcome to Channel 18 ValleyTV, gives hometown insight. Glad to have you here. What a cool car. We're at the Check into Cash in Dayton, Tennessee. The Batman car is here. It's beautiful. Man, there's not a blemish on it anywhere. It seems like it's brand new instead of from way back in the day. It's really neat. Y'all got to come and look and see for it. Where can they look up and find out where the car is going to be next?
It's not scheduled yet, but it's
going to be scheduled. It'll be cross-fill nationwide, all across the country. Be sure to look for it. We'll try to get it to come to Dunlap, maybe, or to Pikeville. You see it next time? See it on the side of the road, be sure and stop. Get a picture with it. We'll see ya. Check that out. Batman! You kind of look like the guy that used to take care of him, you know? Alfred! He got it on his lapel, Alfred. Thank you, Alfred. Take care. Be blessed. What a cool car.
We'll be here for Saturday.
Thank you. Be here through Saturday. So y'all be sure to come to Dayton, Tennessee. Check into Cash. See ya. Amen. Wouldn't it be awesome to stand on that rock?
I'm looking forward to it, brother.
I feel like I am sometimes.
I
do. I mean, right here, I mean, we go through punishing things, and I've been through so many funerals, preached so many funerals lately.
Right.
It's about to wear me down, but I know that the ones that I have certain concern that people really need to get things straightened out in their lives. You know, if they don't, and we live on a short fuse, if the will.
You're never promised another day, another breath.
That's
You're
right.
never promised that. So.
That's right. How long have you guys been playing together?
This formation right here, we've been playing, what, a month or so?
A month?
About a month, yeah.
Takes a lot of practice when you don't have time to practice sometimes.
Yes,
right.
I mean, especially you got families and lives and jobs and all that kind of stuff, and it seems to take a lot of time. But it's really, I think, I really feel that you guys it's a ministry.
Oh yeah.
You know, that song you just done right there, gee whiz, you could play in a crowd somewhere that's never even heard that song before.
Right.
Perhaps, you know, just because us hill folks think, you know, we've heard about everything you think there is to hear, but wow, that's just amazing. I love it. Will y'all guys play one more for us?
Sure. Yes, sir. Let's do
We're live here at the radio at WAT with John Brown and Company. Man, I hope y'all are tuning in on Facebook.
Oh, my brother, take this warning. Don't let Satan hold your hand. You'll be lost in sin forever. You'll never reach the promised land. That old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to purgatory. Now one road leads up to heaven, the other goes down below. Jesus, our Savior, will protect you. He'll guide you by your crossroad. That old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to purgatory. Now one goes down to heaven, the other goes down below. Will you be ready then, my brother, to shun the one who goes down below? That old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to purgatory. I said one leads down to destruction, the other to purgatory.
Woo! Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, we have John Brown and Company in the house today here at the studio live at WAT. Excited about having them here. Will you tell me something about some of the ministry that I've seen you do before, your street ministry?
Yes, sir.
It's so exciting to. I was a couple of times I've just been like sitting somewhere. Sometimes you didn't even know that I was there.
Right.
And I would sit there and I'd be sitting there eating a sandwich or something. Here you come strolling down the walkway there in North Chattanooga
Right.
or somewhere, and I'd just be like, hey, I know that dude. And see you walk right over to some dude sitting there holding a sign or holding a bag or carrying a bag. And tell me about that ministry, will you please?
Yes, sir. We work with a non-profit group called Whatever It Takes Ministries now. That whatever it takes, I'm
Praise
going to
God.
help the brother and take care of him, brother or sister. What Brother Darrell Gibbs is referring to, there's been times when me and him have met up, and I've had a truckload of homeless people that are strung out on drugs, alcohol, need to be dried out, and I took them straight from meeting with Brother Gibbs straight to the rehab, and got them in detox, and then sent them through to rehab, a 6-month rehab program.
So you're planting that seed, but then
Right.
it's they have to get on their hands and knees
Right.
at that part and come just like all of us had it as a small child for some of us, all the way to not till you're about 32 years old and have to be took down, you know. But
Right.
we all have to come to Him first. We wouldn't invite somebody to your house to eat tonight without inviting them. You wouldn't want them
Right.
to come just showing up. You might
Right.
get something in their face, you know. But somebody that's show up at your house, but when you invite them, and that's what happens. I think when you're doing these little small things, it helps these people just realize that there are good people. Just think for
Right.
us to open a door for some little old lady walking in a store sometime and touch her in a way where she might have been going home that night and contemplating suicide.
Right.
You deal with those kind of people
Yes,
also,
we've,
don't you?
I've dealt with people wanting to jump off the bridge there in Chattanooga, and
So-
I'd go and talk with them and, you know, just talk them off the bridge.
Wow.
I'd tell them, hey, come on, let's go over here and have a sandwich, you know.
You've been in that position where someone's been after you before, being a veteran like you are,
Yes, sir.
both of you young guys, and it's a different feeling. There's no way, there's no kind of high, there's no kind of low or anything else that can describe that battlefield situation.
Right.
And some of these young men and women are coming back very, very disturbed, very, very
Right.
stuff stacked on top of them, right?
Yes, sir. And we deal with people that have PTSD, and when you speak of PTSD, people think, oh, well, I haven't been in combat, I don't have PTSD. It doesn't really have to be combat. It can be any traumatic event that you've gone through. Car wreck, house fire, anything near-death experience.
Losing a child, anything.
Yeah.
You know, anything, you can have post-traumatic stress disorder from that. And what I want to do is help everybody that fights this issue.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you know somebody out there that's struggling with PTSD, you can get with Brother Gibbs, or you can check on John Brown and Company Facebook page. My
That's
phone
right.
number's on that Facebook page. Call me night or day, it don't matter. I'll talk to them.
That's awesome. That's a ministry that I know sometimes in ministry we feel like that we're not doing enough or hadn't done, reached out to enough people, but just one. I was talking about a gentleman that I met yesterday on a boat dock with my grandson. I went up there to park the truck and came back down, and my grandson was already talking to an 11-year-old. He was already talking to this gentleman. This man was a little bit aggravated because his boat wouldn't start, and Joseph had just kind of smoothed him over and stuff by the time I got back down there, and we shared the Lord with him, and we don't know if that seed is going to be in the good soil, and be watered and
Right.
and all that kind of stuff, but it's just a good thing to anytime we have the chance to talk to anybody, all I got is what he's done for me.
Right.
I don't know about anybody else. All I know is what he done for me. I
Right.
was a terrible person, and he turned me into a new person, Christ
Amen.
Jesus. Will you guys play one more for us? We're also filming today live for Channel 18 Valley TV. Hey, y'all, for our TV audience, we're going to be, this is John Brown and Company. He does a ministry. They all do a ministry, I guess, with all different kinds of things, but their music is a ministry in itself. So will y'all play one more for us?
Yes, sir. Let's do a
Wear your voices
little
out.
bit of I'll Fly Away.
Amen.
When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. But some glad morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Well, I'll fly
Yes, sir.
I like your shirt.
I do too. I like my shirt too. That's one of their shirts. It's backwards on mine.
Be a soldier, 2 Timothy Bible verse on the front there, and then John Brown and Company on the back side.
That's neat.
We want to also remind everybody on Facebook that if you know anybody or a veteran or anybody really that's suffering from PTSD or depression even or just needs somebody to
Amen.
talk to, again, our Matt's numbers is on the Facebook page, John Brown and Company. He can get you in touch with me if need be, and we can talk to him. There's a lot of folks, like you said, coming back from the military, if not recently out, have been out for a few years, and really have a lot they have on their shoulders and on their mind that they don't really know how to get off their mind or
That's right.
really know how to cope.
And just talking to somebody helps, don't it?
Right,
I mean,
just talking helps.
I remember just sitting and talking to my mama. You know, that's a kind of a weird thing or whatever, but and I've had different people before, ministers, and I've just called him up and talked to him on the phone,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just helpful to have somebody to
Especially somebody
just
that
open up to and go, hey, yeah, it's neutral, somebody that's neutral and, you know, don't have a
Not
deal
gonna
with the
judge
situation.
you.
No
Yeah,
judgment.
that's good.
I like you had said, I was a really bad person, and God changed my life and turned my life around.
Amen.
Gave me a chance of being a daddy again.
Amen.
And, you know, I want that for other people.
Sure.
Life is so much sweeter without alcohol
That's right.
and drugs. And if you can find that somehow, if it takes talking to somebody or calling the suicide helpline with the VA, even, you're one step closer to getting some peace.
That's right.
And that's a big thing.
And boy, it really kind of rubs me the wrong way to tell the people all the time I deserve this or this. It takes work to get these things. It's not
Get what you
something.
put in.
It takes work to have that relationship with the Lord, and it takes work to have a relationship with friends and family. I mean, even just like how much family, good gravy. Sometimes they're unbearable. We hadn't heard from a young lady. Do you talk?
I do. Not a lot.
You look awesome.
Well, thank you.
Good too.
That base is bigger than she is.
It is. So tell us a little bit about what you do, your work. We're still live on Facebook and we're recording for Channel 18 ValleyTV.
I work for a municipal court, deputy court clerk there.
Oh wow, okay. In Chattanooga?
No, in Fort Overthorpe, Georgia.
In Fort Overthorpe. Beautiful Fort Overthorpe. That's a beautiful place. You ever go over there to that national park and the museum and all that stuff? How
It's
neat that
beautiful
is.
there, yeah.
Yeah. They keep a grass cut over there now.
Oh yeah.
She also
When I was a kid, it
clogs.
was
Don't
called-
let her fool you. She's a clogger.
Clogger, really?
Yeah.
Like professional clogger thing or whatever? Or
No, not professional. I do it for fun.
just for fun? We're live here on the radio, WAT, with John Brown and Company. Men and women here, man, I tell you what, these guys have been, we've been talking about some new stuff here about what they're doing. When are you going to be doing that CD?
On July the 28th in Atlanta, Georgia, at Everett's Music Barn, we'll be doing a live CD. You can get in touch with Brother Gibbs. After the 28th, we'll be getting it duplicated. If you like our music and want to hear more of us, you can get in touch with Brother Gibbs or check us out on John Brown and Company Facebook page.
As soon as you get it, I'll share it.
Yes, sir.
And we're
my
going to have
phone
them here
number's on
back
there.
at Nickel Row. Y'all played at Nickel Row back in
Yes,
the
March.
early in March, yeah.
Right.
And so we're going to have them back on a Saturday, right after, on lunchtime or 12 o'clock, about the same time that the farmers market's getting done. And we'd love to have you come back. We'll see about some dates.
Yes.
Will y'all sing us some more?
Yes,
They
sir.
said I keep on saying one more, and they're willing to keep on doing it.
Right hand of fellowship. On Sunday night, long
Man, that right hand of fellowship. Well, I
Yes,
tell you
sir.
what, that speaks volumes.
Yes, sir.
Love,
No.
love your neighbor. You know.
Yeah. A lot of times, just a handshake and a have a good day
Oh man, yeah.
change the whole aspect of the way somebody's acting that day.
Yeah, that's what Joseph done yesterday. We was down there at the boat dock, and that man was pretty frustrated, and Joseph just opened him up like a can of worms.
Right,
But
right.
it was really good to see this young grandson of mine, I guess sees me do it,
Right.
and I could never talk to nobody when I didn't really learn to talk very well, and until I was on up in teenagers or whatever, and still don't. I still have a speech thing, but I don't let it knock me down. I'm gonna still do this radio thing. I'm gonna still do this TV thing until the motor starts knocking.
That's right.
And I just love it.
Sometimes all it takes is just a smile.
Just getting up. I tell the story. A lot of times I'll get up in the morning. Say if I've got to go preach that day, I'll have a suit and tie on, get my stuff on. And I was most time I'll sit down, my little lazy boy, and just kind of recline back there for a minute and say, Lord, I need this, Lord, I want that, and Lord. And that morning I says, Lord, thank you for all the things you've been doing. Thank you for the radio thing. Thank you
Right.
for this new TV show, and thank you for all these things that I've never done before, and for a little bit of an old man, it's kind of neat to learn new things. For me, I've always loved to learn new stuff about people and things, and just prayed that prayer and got up that morning, came in here, done the best radio show I'd done, and didn't mess up that much, and changing CDs and talking and stuff, and that day, Ethan was sitting there listening on Facebook, I think, and he's one of the producers over here at the TV station. And he called me up and he said, "Hey, how would you like to do a TV show?" And I'm like, "About what? Gibbs pools, And
Right.
he says, "No, this is the same old stuff that you've been doing, and go and talk to people at the museum, or we've done a real good show with the veterans down in Dunlap. They're rebuilding, remodeling a jet plane that they're going to put down there at the, and it's really cool. I mean, they got an Area 51 where they're rebuilding the thing, and it's really neat. And they got a big old hangar, and they've got the jet, and they're putting it all back together, and it's, had to sand it. It's commissioned by the Air Force. You don't just
Right.
give away jet planes.
Oh, no.
And they commission it. They have to take care of it. They have inspectors that come in, make sure they're keeping it painted, and people don't realize all these things go on for our veterans. Our little veterans park that we have across the road
Right.
here. They spent a lot of money, a lot of sweat, a lot of time, and a lot of donations, to get it all together, because we love you guys and we love what you do. And there's only two people that'll lay their life down for you, and that's a soldier and Jesus. And
Right.
I believe it. And I know our firefighters do, and I know our policemen do, and I know our ladies and men of the courts do. Can you imagine having to deal with these people all the time in the court system? Some of them are probably the what they call a repeat offender. I
Right.
will offend again. But will y'all play some more for us?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Let's do a little bit.
We're live here at the studio, WAT, with the John Brown and Company.
Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Must in the hand of my Lord. While I was praying, somebody touched me. While I was praying, somebody And